in trouble, my man.
Damn, Jake. Oh, niggas switching on you. God damn, you must be whack.
You in trouble.
Oh, Austin. He switched up on me. He's with my opponent. I'm in trouble, Austin? Does your wife know that you cheat on her every weekend? Does she know that you message every single girl on Instagram trying to get in their pants? Oh, do I have way too much tea on you and your little family? Zip it up, Bubba.
He posted something like about my family, like, because they know that gets attention, right? And so he did that, which I didn't expect him to do because we've been boys for a minute. And I kind of just approached him like, bro, what the f you doing? And we kind of got into it.
So that happened today?
Yeah, it literally just happened like right before
So you and
I came
Jake have
here.
been boys forever, and now you just had beef today, kind of.
Yeah, like real beef.
One time Austin Mcbroom was cheating on Catherine, and the girl he was cheating on her with left a lipstick in his car. And I'm sitting in the car with Jake, and we get a call from Catherine or Austin or whoever the fuck. We answer it, and it's Austin bawling his eyes out and Catherine absolutely screaming, holding this lipstick inside of their car. And she's screaming, and she's like, "It's the lipstick, Tana's. Austin says the lipstick's Tana's, blah, blah, blah." Austin's bawling. My dumbass thinks that the right thing to do at the time is save the kids, save the kids. So I lie to Catherine. I'm like, "This is my lipstick." It wasn't my lipstick, Catherine. I'm really sorry. But we Team Bryce out here on God, so. Another time, Austin hired 4 of my friends as his nannies, and when Catherine would leave, he would sleep with all of them, and then told her that they were all his nannies, and it was a fake nanny company. And I just, so when you ask me why I'm Team Bryce, it's kind of like picking a lesser of 2 evils, you know?
By the last video, you know exactly who I'm about to talk about. Anyway, so a couple months ago, I get a DM from him on Instagram, just asking me if he could send me stuff from his clothing brand, and I was like, of course. Like, I knew who he was. Like, I had never talked to a celebrity. Like, I was pretty new to doing like collabs and stuff at the time. So here was our conversation on Instagram. I mean, it was just typical like collab DM. I did find it a little weird and unnecessary that he needed to text me afterwards. So we text, he asked me if I'm going to be in LA anytime soon, and I'm like, yeah, I can be in LA if it means you personally hand me the package, of course. So I go to LA by myself. So I get to LA, I'm staying in a hotel completely by myself. We're texting a little bit throughout the day, like, you know, kind of like seeing what I'm like, I keep asking what the plans are later and like what exactly we're doing, and he kind of just keeps beating around the bush and not being direct and just kind of vague. really bothers me. I'm like the type to like want to know what we're doing. And so like we were supposed to meet at like 6, and it got pushed to 7 and 8, and then I texted him at 9 like, okay, what is the deal? Like I was like, why are we meeting so late, you know? Like when he said spot in Malibu, I was like, what does that even mean, spot? Like restaurant? Like what, you know? But anyways, he picks me up in the blue Rolls Royce that everyone knows. So I'm like, okay, so it shouldn't be anything fishy. Like he's not trying to be sneaky about it, whatever. And then where do we pull up? To a house in Malibu. And I was like, oh my God. So we pull up to a house and I'm like, have I really been this naive to not know that this was what it was the entire time? Anyways, at this point I'm still kind of oblivious, and I'm just like, okay, you know, maybe we're just talking business, because in the car we had just talked about like other brand deals he might get me and all these other things, and I'm, you know, I was just excited, you know. So we get inside, he just kind of keeps asking me about me, and like just like seemed like he was just like trying to get to know me, and I was just like doing the same. So I knew it was like not completely business when he turned on Netflix and we were just watching Netflix on the couch, like just talking and stuff, and I'm just like, what the and then he like grabs a blanket and just like has a blanket on himself. At this point we're like not close together at all, and he like tells me like come over and like lay with him, and I'm just like, hey look, like I'm really trying to do business, that's what I thought this was. Like he's like, no, like he kind of gets a little defensive, and he's like, no, like I got you, like we are gonna do business, like this is business. I'm like, okay, like, and it was just civil, like it wasn't weird after that, like it was just fine. And blah blah, he takes me back, and like on the way back, by the way, like some fans of his were like recording us from a car and like screaming, and I was like and he was like, don't worry about it, it's okay. And I was just like, oh. So me being still like dumb and naive to the whole situation, we hang out again the next night. Only this time he asks me to Uber, but yeah, it was definitely the same spot. So like last time, I mean, he's talking about like me, kind of talking about business and like what we're gonna do together, like as far as brand deals. So it ended up being the same scenario. He tries cuddling me again, and I'm like, look, I don't know what type of girl you think I am, but like, then he tries telling me that him and his wife aren't really together, all this other stuff. Yeah, so he starts telling me like him and his wife aren't really together, it's just for publicity, blah blah blah, and I'm like believing it. I'm just being naive like as can be, just believing everything he's feeding me. And here's where I'm a little ashamed. We did end up doing the thing, okay? Don't judge me, but I did. So long story short, he's like, now I'm gonna be obsessed, blah blah blah, and he actually ended up paying me like $800 for one of the brands that he said he was gonna like hook me up with like ahead of time, which was really weird to me. So after the fact, I just kept hearing stories from other people that this is like what he does with girls and like all these other things. I was just like disgusted with myself, disgusted with him. So this is him asking me to hang out again, blah blah blah. I didn't. Anyways, he had hit me up multiple times after. Have not hung out with him since. He always asks me to link. I could show you all the screenshots, but like really what good does it do? It's really no proof that it's him. I'm not gonna put his number on here, but the real screenshot is this one. So this is after like, you know, various times of me like not responding or just like being short. And this top message says I live in LA now. I can't remember what was before that. But anyway, blah, blah, you can read it. The real kicker is this. It must have been bad for you, because he would never talk about the fact that we did it on text. Being smart of him. But yeah, he said that. And then, nope, just bad for my morals, because facts. He still hits me up to this day, and here's the real proof that it's really him.
Let me know.